Hello and welcome to Tech Talk News. I'm Fraser Porter and I've got some exciting news for you. So the PlayStation has finally unveiled a new console, Apple's latest piece of technology has been leaked, and a fan favourite game is getting a remaster. All that and more, so stay tuned. After much anticipation and excitement from gamers around the world, PlayStation has finally unveiled its latest console, the PlayStation 4 Pro Last of Us Edition. It's not the PlayStation 5. The company announced this week that the upcoming console, the Last of Us Edition of the PlayStation 4 Pro, will be launching alongside the game in a few weeks' time. Now this will be the PlayStation 4 Pro model and there will not be a slim alternative, which is something that we've seen with the latest releases of the limited edition consoles. Now this does come as a surprise because we're about 5 months out of the PlayStation 5 launching, and now I can understand them wanting to drive sales for the PlayStation 4 Pro. It just comes at a weird time. We've got the PlayStation 5 launching soon, fans are clamouring for information about the upcoming console, and PlayStation announces a new PlayStation 4 Pro? It seems strange. Now, the console retails at $400 or £349. You can purchase it from like Amazon, Game, or anywhere you can normally purchase your devices. Now, it comes in a black matte finish with Ellie's tattoo from the pre-release content from Last of Us Part 2 on the design of the box. Now, aside from the obvious cosmetic changes on the top of the box, there's no actual internal changes. It's the same PlayStation 4 Pro model that we've seen launched in the past year with the updated fan. Now, it launches on June 19th alongside the game, and you can purchase it as a bundle with the game included. Every year around this time, we start to see leaks of the latest iPhone. We start to see leaks of what Apple's been up to. Now, the most recent leak, the iPhone 12, is not the talking point. Rather, it's something brand new from the company. Apple is rumoured to be working on a new augmented reality headset called the Apple Glass. Now this may sound similar because other companies have devices similar to this, like the Google Glass that we saw a few years back. The device would feature a plastic frame with no chipset on board, rather it would be powered remotely via the user's iPhone. This would be done via Bluetooth like the original Apple Watch, which didn't actually process anything on the device itself. This leak suggests that you can control the device using gestures on the frames or using your hands in front of the device. Now this feels very reminiscent to what we see in sci-fi movies like Marvel's Iron Man. It is expected to be announced at the end of Apple's iPhone 12 keynote speech coming up in a few months' time. Now, the iPhone 12 is rumoured to launch in October rather than the usual September date, likely due to delays in production thanks to the current ongoing global pandemic. And with the latest leak, we may see Apple change plans and give this whole device a launch event of its own. Now this device is a really interesting one. We had the Google Glass a few years back, but it wasn't widely adopted. People sort of diverted their focus to virtual reality headsets instead of augmented reality. But with Microsoft, Apple and Google all now in the works on their augmented reality devices, we may see the public start to use them more. And finally today we have some news about a remastered game coming to PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One later this year. During Summer Game Fest last week, we saw the announcement of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 being remastered and remade by Vicarious Visions, the team that brought us Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. The remastered games will feature all the original content, including rosters and game modes, alongside some new additions that the developers have put in. What's interesting about the roster is that the likenesses of the roster will be updated to their modern setting, which means that from the original games, Tony Hawk was 32, whereas now be 52. Vicarious Vision spoke to Polygon and said, "You know, these are legends, and being able to bring them back, we're really excited about it." Activision also published the upcoming soundtrack for the game, and now the original games had critically acclaimed soundtracks. Some of the original songs will not be making the jump to the remaster. This is likely due to licensing issues. The game launches on September 4th, 2020 on PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One, but with next gen just around the corner, it is not out of the question to see a next gen port as well. And that is all the latest news I have today. If you like what you see here, you can go over to Tech Talk and read all the articles we have about the latest news. And you can go over to Twitter and follow us on @TheTechTalking to get all the latest news on your feed.